Mama Kemi loved her children deeply and wanted the best for them. She worked hard every day, selling fabrics in the market, just to make sure they never lacked anything. But like many parents, she believed discipline meant strictness, and she often corrected her children the same way her parents had corrected her. One afternoon, she returned home to find her 10-year-old son, Tund, playing outside instead of doing his homework. Furious, she grabbed a cane and lashed him across his legs. "How many times have I told you to read your books before playing?" she shouted. Tund sobbed, rubbing his legs, too afraid to speak. The next day, he avoided her, speaking only when necessary. One evening, at a family gathering, Tund accidentally spilled juice on the floor. Before he could react, Mama Kemi scolded him loudly. "You're always so careless. Why can't you be like your sister?" The room fell silent. Tund's cheeks burned with shame as his cousin snickered. He clenched his fists and ran outside. That night, he refused to eat. Mama Kemi didn't think much of it until a few weeks later when she noticed something strange. Tund had stopped talking to her about his schoolwork. He no longer laughed around her or told her his little secrets like he used to. Instead, he kept his distance. One evening, his teacher called. "Tund is struggling in class," the teacher said. "He seems distracted and doesn't ask questions anymore." I asked him what was wrong, and he said he's afraid of making mistakes. Mama Kemi's heart sank. Had she caused this? That night, she sat down with her son, Tund. She said gently, "Why didn't you tell me you were having trouble in school?" Tund hesitated before mumbling, "Because you'll just beat me or embarrass me." Tears pricked Mama Kemi's eyes. She had only wanted to correct him, but instead, she had made him afraid. That night, she made a decision. The next day, when Tund forgot to do his homework again, Mama Kemi didn't reach for the cane. Instead, she sat beside him. "Tund, do you know why homework is important?" she asked. He shook his head. "It helps you practice what you learn. If you don't do it, you might struggle with your lessons. But I believe you can do better." Tund looked up, surprised. "You're not angry? I'm correcting you, but with love," she said, smiling. "Now, let's set a time for homework before play." Over time, things changed. When Tund made mistakes, Mama Kemi corrected him privately instead of scolding him in front of others. She started listening before jumping to conclusions. She stopped focusing only on punishment and praised him when he did well. She also made sure her rules were clear and consistent, so Tund knew what to expect. One day, Tund ran up to her after school, his face glowing with excitement. "Mama,